He's the hearty host who loves to party. It's Party Phil from the Wii Party series. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Party Phil, he made his first appearance in the game Wii Party, which originally released on the Wii in 2009. If the name of the game wasn't apparent, this is a party-based game made specifically for the Wii console. And like most Wii games, its main claim to fame was allowing players to use their customizable avatars, known as Miis, in the game. Despite it looking like a ripoff of the Mario Party series, it's got quite a lot of differences to make it its own unique game, like having different styles of party games that can use a board, some cards, or even your living room to get the party started. But now, on to Party Phil himself. Party Phil is the host of all of these party games. He's always excited to see new contestants join the party and encourages them to have fun. And today, Party Phil will be invited to one of the craziest parties of all time, the party known as the Super Smash Bros. Roster. So starting off, Party Phil would be an above average lightweight character. He'd have 2 jumps and no other movement options. But now, let's dive into his costumes. For Party Phil's default appearance, he'll be in his iconic pink suit, which references Wii Party's overall pink aesthetic. For the rest of the alts, this will have Party Phil in different suit colors, which have him in red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, black, and white. This might come as a shocker, but all of these color schemes are slight nods to either some of the other Wii games' overall color aesthetics, as well as some Wii Remote color schemes. Now with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into the moveset. Now just like a few of the fighters already in Smash, and just like a few of the movesets I've made in the past, Party Phil isn't exactly a fighter in the Wii Party series, so his moveset was pretty challenging to make. Despite that, I decided to theme this moveset around the various party games and minigames that Party Phil has hosted in both Wii Party and Wii Party U. So starting off with the jab, it'll be a one-hit jab where Party Phil holds his microphone forwards. Considering the fact that he's holding a microphone, this move deals a pretty good amount of damage compared to most jabs. For the dash attack, Party Phil leaps forwards and then a snow tube appears where he lands. This attack doesn't deal much damage, but it does have incredible knockback. Unfortunately, this move does end with an uncomfortable amount of end lag. For the side tilt, Party Phil equips a large squeaky hammer and swings it from high to low. Despite being a squeaky hammer, it deals a surprisingly large amount of damage and can launch foes pretty far. For the down tilt, Party Phil starts knitting aggressively. This down tilt is unique as it deals multiple hits of damage to the final hit, and can even cause opponents to trip at the end of the move. But because of this, it does have a bit of start and end lag. For the up tilt, Party Phil will raise a sign in the air. If it wasn't apparent, this move comes out quick but doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. Now for the forward smash, Party Phil will equip an axe and swing it forwards. As you might have guessed, this attack is incredibly deadly, as it has the capability to KO foes at early percentages. But alas, it also has a lot of start and end lag. This references the Timber Topple minigame from the original Wii Party. For the down smash, Party Phil will cause 2 blocks to appear on opposite sides of himself. These blocks deal a surprisingly large amount of damage and can even bury opponents who happen to have been directly beneath the blocks before they appeared. The downside with this move is that there's a lot of start lag and a lot of end lag, more so than usual even. This references the Zigzaggerat minigame from Wii Party U. For the up smash, Party Phil will summon a firework launcher and shoots out a firework directly above himself. Despite sounding like Villager's up smash, it's a lot stronger and reaches a much higher distance. But as you might have guessed, there's a lot of start and end lag. This references the Lucky Launch minigame from Wii Party. For the neutral air, Party Phil spins multiple times, dealing multiple hits of damage until the final hit. While this may sound original, it's meant to be a reference towards the Maze Days minigame from the original Wii Party, where you had to clear a maze by spinning on some annoying platforms. For the forward and back air, Party Phil will present his mic either forwards or backwards. Both these attacks are surprisingly strong, but that also means they have a pitiful range. For the down air, Party Phil rides on a pogo stick and plummets down to the ground. Not only is this move capable of spiking foes directly beneath Party Phil, but it will also cause Party Phil to bounce off of opponents if this move connects. And finally, for the up air, Party Phil holds a wooden plank and throws a fruit directly upwards. This references the Bumper Crops minigame from Wii Party, but where Party Phil gets the party started is with his special attacks. For Party Phil's neutral special, Party Phil will take a chance and roll a die forwards. Once the die is rolled, it remains on screen for about a second and immediately disappears if it hit an opponent or if a second had passed, whichever happens first. Whether the die hit an opponent or not is irrelevant, as this move will always affect Party Phil. You see, every time Party Phil rolls a die, a large number will appear above the die as soon as it lands on screen, which will either strengthen or weaken all of Party Phil's attacks and overall mobility. If he rolls a high number like a 7 or a 10, then his strength, speed, and agility will greatly increase, while lesser numbers like 4 or 1 on the other hand will cause Party Phil's attacks to become weaker and slower. These overall effects last for about 20 seconds at a time, and you can't use your special move again until an additional 20 seconds have passed, so keep that in mind. This comes from the board game Island Party mode in the original Wii Party, where you had to roll a die to move certain amounts of spaces. Now for Party Phil's side special, Party Phil will roll forwards while riding on top of a ball. While he's on top of the ball, he can freely roll forwards, backwards, or even form a single jump if he so wishes. He can also bury opponents if they happen to have been in the ball's trajectory, so kinda like Inkling's side special. However, unlike their side special, this ball can only bury a single opponent. If you try to run over multiple opponents, the first one will get buried, and then the rest will just simply get launched. Not only that, but this ball can easily be destroyed by a single smash attack, which unfortunately causes Party Phil to fall off and get dizzy for a few seconds. On the bright side, Party Phil can create another ball after he recovers from his dizziness, so he could manage to bury that very same player who destroyed his previous ball. The downside with this move is that it's easy to block by using a shield. Not only that, but Party Phil can be grabbed off of the ball, so be mindful of that. Now for Party Phil's down special, Party Phil will create and hold a ticking time bomb. This time bomb is just that, a bomb. It has a random detonation time every time you use the down special, but you won't know how long the detonation time will last until it appears on screen. As soon as it appears on screen, it sticks to Party Phil, which causes him to gain a temporary speed boost that lasts up until he passes the bomb to another player. So really, this special is essentially a stronger version of the sticky bomb item, where you can continuously bump into an opponent to pass the bomb. But unlike the sticky bomb, its detonation time will speed up the more times you pass it on to other players. Not only that, but the explosion itself can still damage other players nearby, including Party Phil. You can only have one bomb on screen at a time, and you can't place another bomb until 40 seconds have passed, so keep that in mind. And finally, for Party Phil's up special, Party Phil will equip a cape and fly high into the sky like a superhero. Mechanically, this up special behaves like Diddy Kong's Rocket Barrel, where Party Phil can charge up this move and fly higher into the air. However, unlike Diddy's Rocket Barrel, Party Phil can only fly in a straight pattern. He can't move around during the flight sequence of the attack. Not only that, but his flight will immediately stop as soon as he collides with an opponent. Despite that, Party Phil won't go into freefall once the up special ends and can actually use his up special 2 more times. Although these additional flights deal less damage and travel a much shorter distance compared to the first flight. And now, for the final smash. Party Phil's final smash will be Ultimate Spin-Off. For this final smash, Party Phil will summon a large spinning wheel to appear on the surface of the stage, which launches players as soon as it rises up from the ground. As soon as it appears, Party Phil will pull the lever that was on top of it and spin the wheel. During the spinning, the wheel acts like a hitbox, so players will get launched as soon as they touch the wheel. Once the wheel is done spinning, it lands on a random square that will affect either Party Phil, the opponents, or both. The different effects that will appear will be healing, damaging, poisoning, growing, shrinking, an automatic final smash, or even an extra stop. The result of the spinning is random every time you use the final smash, and the effects only last for about 20 seconds at a time, ending the final smash. This final smash references the Wii Party game mode called Spin-Off, where you had to spin a wheel that contained a lot of different spaces that affected the course of the game. The stage of choice is Bingo from Wii Party. And for all you hardcore Wii Party fans, yes, I know everyone wants the stage to be Board Game Island, but I personally think the idea for a stage like Board Game Island in a game like Smash is kind of basic.
Oh, you did not just say that! Get him!
Wait, I didn't say I hated Board Game Island. That was one of my favorite party games. No, please, you've got it all wrong! Back to Bingo. This stage's layout is reminiscent of the Wii Fit Studio stage in Smash, where it's a flat stage with occasional platforms. However, the big takeaway with the stage is that, periodically, the bingo machine in the middle of the stage will dispense a ball with a random icon on it. Depending on what the icon is, the ball will break open and dispense a certain item, like a Pokeball, assist trophy, or even a Smash Ball. In the background, you can see a ginormous bingo machine and some Miis from your console cheering on the players. And as a small note, if Party Phil wasn't fighting on this stage, he'll actually appear in the background and manually activate the bingo machine. Considering that Wii Party has a lot of upbeat songs, quite a few of them work well in a Smash setting, so I'll be going with a good amount of songs from the original Wii Party. In total, 16 songs will be included, 8 of which will be remixed. And that would be if Party Phil joined Super Smash Bros. It's a shame that a lot of people consider Wii Party to be a cheap knockoff of Mario Party when it has so much charm to make it different than Mario Party. Honestly, I have a lot of fun memories playing this game, and I hope that Nintendo will one day revive the series in some way. Whether it be a Switch sequel to the original series or a re-release of both Wii Party and Wii Party U, I'd be up for any new form of Wii Party. Anyways, do you have a character you'd like to see be given a Smash moveset? If so, let me know in the comments down below. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe? That way you can get notified when I put out any Super Smash Bros. Moveset videos. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.